Liz Truss's government is falling apart as she has now sacked Kwasi Kwarteng as her chancellor and decided to replace him with someone even more controversial. Wow. Hello everybody, welcome to the first video of the day. A bit of breaking news, and also today's one of those days you're going to want to click on that notification bell and click on all, because we're going to come to you guys quite regularly throughout the whole day with a number of other breaking news stories. Let's get into this because Kwasi has now gone. Kwasi is sacked, and it's fascinating because not only the whole point of Team Kwarteng and Team Truss was supposed to be, they go hand in hand. Sort of like George Osborne and David Cameron. You can't separate the two. And they also sold the idea of this government and the cabinet as, we don't do U-turns. You know, we have conviction. Yeah, even we supported some of the ideas they had. You know, I was like, this is going to be exciting. But obviously not, because they don't understand the basics of politics clearly. And, you know, even we're even more disappointed than even we thought that we would be at this point. But last night, only hours ago, about 12 hours ago, when Kwasi was doing the media rounds with BBC and Sky, he said this.
Everybody across the global financial community is really focusing on the same problems.
And you'll be Chancellor and Liz Truss will be Prime Minister this time next month?
Absolutely 100%. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Do you know why that matters? The reason I showed you guys that clip is because it's the classic example of politicians, kind of like a reminder of when politicians deny something, that's when it's going to happen. And just because when they become very strong and defensive about something, sort of like with the U-turn on the 45p tax rate, hours before they were doing the exact same thing. When you hear something being denied, that's when it's going to actually happen. Now, the interesting thing about this update is the letter that Kwasi wrote to the Prime Minister after being sacked. It's the most passive-aggressive letter. You can pause the video, you can read the whole thing if you guys want, but the first sentence, first paragraph says, "You have asked me to stand aside as your Chancellor. I have accepted." He's literally taken passive-aggressive to a whole new level. There's not much really into it. It's just simply basically, in a very passive way, reminding Liz Truss that we were supposed to be the strong and stable team. Then, we have the vision. We weren't supposed to be doing U-turns. Now Truss has thrown him under the bus, and she's going to be replacing him with this guy. Are you absolutely kidding me? I mean, seriously, Jeremy Hunt is now the new Chancellor of the United Kingdom. The guy who publicly and openly praised the Chinese Communist Party of China in Beijing and their style of oppression and lockdown policies. He praised that. He found it effective, let's just say. And there's a number of other dodgy stuff about him, obviously. And he wasn't really the best foreign secretary either. He promised to free Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe. He failed to do that. And a number of other problems as well. Although not that the expectation was quite high, because the other foreign secretaries we've had quite recently have also been absolutely terrible. But having said that, we are going to be getting more U-turns throughout the whole day. I'm going to come back to you guys quite regularly, every half an hour, probably even less, because we are expecting to get the confirmation that the whole of the budget that was announced is going to be U-turned, basically, because they're going to be increasing corporation tax, just like how Rishi Sunak wanted. And there's also a bit of a plot to remove Liz Truss as leader of the Conservative Party. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.